The Roland S-1 has become my favorite portable synthesizer. Let me tell you why as soon as I shout out today's patron, and that patron shout out goes to Jambot. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So, Roland sent me their little S1 synth about a month ago. I actually reached out and asked to try it as I was very interested in it for my live rig as a portable synth, and it does indeed work great in my live rig. However, I have discovered that I simply just really enjoy it as a portable synthesizer. Last week, I went on vacation with my wife and her family. We drove from here in Oregon down to Disneyland, which was a lot of fun. It's a trip I've actually taken many times before, and since getting into electronic music, I always try to bring some sort of portable gear with me. And this trip, the only thing I brought was the Roland S-1. Side note, it fits really well into one of these these Korg Volca cases from Analog Cases. Not a sponsor. They did send me this case, but it was like 6 years ago. But yeah, it fits really well into the Volca cases. So if you already have one of those laying around, you can just throw it in, no problem. Anyway, on the trip, I completely fell in love with just how simple and easy to use this little synth is. And I also started to think about how there's really nothing else that does what this does with an internal rechargeable battery. It's, first of all, got an onboard keyboard that you can just play. So it's instantly easy to actually kind of compose with, especially because you get a sequencer that can give you up to 64 steps per pattern, and you get up to 64 patterns. Granted, a pattern is also a patch slot, but you can copy those and kind of share them. For instance, I was able to come up with this pattern just in the car. It also gives you just the right amount, at least in my opinion, of onboard control without having to rely too heavily on menu diving. Now, there are still quite a few menu options here, and I have not even come close to memorizing all of them. I had my phone on me pretty much constantly with the menu pulled up whenever I needed to go in there, but that's okay. It is something that I feel like I could come to grips with or get to grips with after more time and practice. But all of these shift functions on these keys here are all labeled at least, so that's pretty simple. But even as you could just see from that little jam there, it's really easy to adjust common things that you would want to, frequently adjust on the fly without any problems. Sound design is a snap, really. It's super simple to get started. And speaking of phones, the S1 actually can do audio over USB, meaning that I was able to simply connect my phone to the S1 via USB and record into Koala Sampler without any headache at all. I'm not sure if I'm going to wind up using anything I recorded, but I had a really good time jamming. And, in 6 months when I'm going through stuff on my phone, who knows, maybe I'll hear something and get inspired. That happens to me quite often, actually. And again, all of this is battery powered. I simply just had my headphones plugged into the S1, and I was ready to go. I also discovered how easy it is to copy patterns and patches between slots. So we go Shift and copy, and then we just pick our destination, hit Enter, and we're done. So now, in 205... we have this pattern and lovely sound, and then in 2-06, we have the same exact thing. So I could then go in and completely clear the sequence here and do something different. Let's see what we want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. and we can actually sort of chain between those. Check this out. Now it's waiting to go to the next one. It does cut off when you go back for some reason. Don't love that, but it's certainly serviceable. Oh, I was in the pattern select screen. Whoops. I should have turned that off and then done that. There we go. I've also really fallen in love with setting the noise knob to actually control a riser. I think it sounds really cool. And it actually goes through the effects too. So I could see myself just using that as, you know, a sample for a transition on its own. Don't really need anything else for it. Just like sample that directly into Koala or the 404 or whatever. In fact, that's another reason that the S1 has become my favorite portable synth. I didn't do this really on the trip outside of into Koala Sampler, but it is an incredible sample fodder synth, especially if you have something else that's portable or at least relatively portable, like Koala or the SP404 Mark II or the Teenage Engineering KO2 or the original PO33, the KO, the Pocket Operator sampler, or the recently released MPC sample. You know, there's so many great portable samplers on the market these days that it kind of makes the S1 sort of a no-brainer. Let's design something from scratch really quick. So we're going a bit higher. We've got our sub-oscillator turned up. We're going to go shift and... I still get lost from time to time. Sub-octave. There we go. We're going to go 2 octaves. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go into polyphonic and set it to unison. Yeah. Triangle, wave for our LFO. I'm going to max out the rate. I kind of like it. A little trilly. Don't need that much resonance. There we go, that sounds cool. We give ourselves a little bit of release. We gotta have some chorus, right? So menu, chorus, enter. I like chorus type 2. So sick. Let's try some demotion. We can pan it like that. And you can set whatever parameters you want to demotion pretty much. So for roll, we've got pan. I like that. And then for the pitch of it, as in up and down, let's go pitch bend. Sure. So now... you can get really creative with it. It's just a really fun and creative way to adjust your sound a bit, you know? What happens if we drop this way down? Bit less exciting in my opinion. But But yeah, as you can see and hear, this thing is awesome. And it's completely portable. Again, I can't stress that enough. We're just running off the internal rechargeable battery right now. I've just been having a blast with it, and it was absolutely the right device to bring on the family road trip / vacation. I had a wonderful time just kind of tuning out everybody in the car, my wife and my sister-in-law. Not really, but I did play with this quite a bit with my headphones on, and in the hotel room too. I played with it quite a bit. I like this sound quite a bit, though. Nothing crazy, but there's surely room to improve on it and fine-tune it even more. So I'm going to save it by holding Shift and pressing right, and going to All, pressing Enter. And now it's saved to slot 207. And we could even record something. And you can still switch between patterns, no problem. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.